If you're like many people, you're juggling a lot right now. You're taking care of your own kids, paying your mortgage, and somewhere in the back of your mind, you're worried about your parents. You're wondering to yourself, do they have their affairs in order? Are they protected? What happens if something happens to them? And here's what keeps most adult children up at night: they have no idea. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Hi, I'm Chuck Roulet. I'm an estate and elder law planning attorney licensed in both Florida and Minnesota, with nearly 30 years of experience helping families protect their homes, their savings, and their legacy. Now, before we begin, if you haven't already, make sure you click the like and subscribe buttons so you'll be notified when I post new videos like this one. And make sure to share this with friends and family that may need this information. If you have a question, post it in the comments below and I may answer it in an upcoming video. And if you stay until the end, I'll share some resources where you can discover more. So let me tell you a story that happens more often than you'd think. Tom and Susan were a retired couple, good people, responsible people. They had a will. They thought they were protected. They'd worked their entire lives, built up their savings, and they wanted to leave something for their three kids. Then Susan had a stroke at 72. She recovered, but she needed help. She needed assisted living. Then eventually, a nursing home. The care cost over $180,000 a year. Now, that's not a typo, $180,000 a year. 5 years later, nearly everything they'd worked for their entire lives, $650,000 in savings plus their home equity, was gone, completely wiped out. Their will couldn't help them. Their trust couldn't help them. Because here's the thing nobody talks about: having an estate plan and having protection are two completely different things. A will tells people what to do when your parents pass away, but it does absolutely nothing to protect them while they're still alive if they need nursing home care. And this is where families get blindsided. So here's what most people don't realize: there are two different types of planning your parents need, and most families only have one or sometimes neither. So type 1 is estate planning. This is what most people think of when they think about a will or a trust. It handles what happens when your parents pass away. It controls their money, their property, their medical decisions. A good estate plan avoids probate, saves on taxes, and keeps everything private. But here's the thing, and this is critical: a will by itself requires probate in most cases. That means court involvement, legal fees, delays, and everyone gets to see what your parents owned. It's a public record. A revocable trust can often avoid probate entirely. Now, as part of a comprehensive estate plan, you should also have up-to-date financial powers of attorney for management of financial assets during a period of incapacity. You should also have up-to-date medical directives that authorize your family to access medical records and information and make medical decisions during any period of incapacity. Without these two important documents, you will likely need to petition a court for guardianship or conservatorship in order to manage finances and make medical decisions in an emergency. Now, the second type of planning is elder law planning. This is the part almost nobody talks about. This planning specifically protects your parents' home and life savings from the catastrophic costs of long-term care. Now, here's what should scare you. The average cost of a nursing home in the United States is over $108,000 a year. Memory care, well, that's even higher. Assisted living, $58,000 a year or more. That means someone who needs care for just 3 years could spend between $300,000 and $330,000 just on facility costs. Now, that's before medication and before medical expenses. And when families haven't done this planning, the government steps in. Your parents have to spend down almost everything they own before Medicaid kicks in. The nursing home gets paid first, and your kids, well, they inherit nothing but depleted family resources. But here's the good news: this doesn't have to happen. With proper planning, families can protect their home and savings while still qualifying for assistance. There are perfectly legal strategies that have protected thousands of families. You just have to plan ahead. You can't wait until the crisis happens. So how do you talk to your parents about this? Well, I know it's uncomfortable. Most people would rather have a root canal, but not having the conversation is worse. So here are 7 things you need to know about your parents' planning, and these are your conversation starters. Number 1, did they have a will or trust, and when was it created? Tax laws change, family situations change. If their documents are more than 10, 15, or 20 years old, they're probably outdated. In fact, it's likely they did their documents when they took that first trip without you kids, and it's been sitting in a drawer ever since, and they may still have their parents or one of their siblings listed as their key decision makers. Number 2, did they have medical directives and powers of attorney? These documents let someone make medical decisions if your parents can't. But here's the thing, have they actually talked to the person they named? Many people name someone without ever having a real conversation about what they want, and that can lead to family conflict at the worst possible time. Number 3, do they have a financial power of attorney? Without this, if your mom has a stroke and can't sign her name, nobody can access her bank accounts, not even her spouse, not even the kids. You need a court order. This document lets someone step in immediately. Number 4, do they have a comprehensive list of all of their assets? Bank accounts in 3 different states, investment accounts, retirement accounts, safe deposit boxes, life insurance. Most families are completely lost here. Number 5, and this is a big one, do they have protection against long-term care costs? If they say, well, we have good Medicare coverage, well, they're not protected. Medicare doesn't pay for long-term care. That's on them. Number 6, do they have life insurance and long-term care insurance? Now, depending on their age and health, these might make sense. Number 7, who knows where to find everything? If something happens to your parents tomorrow, would you even know where to start? Your parents should tell at least one trusted family member exactly where everything is. Now, how do you actually start this conversation without making it awkward? Well, frame it as helping them, not judging them. Say something like, Mom and Dad, I want to make sure I know how to help if something happens. Can we talk about your planning? Start small. Don't try to have the whole conversation at once. Ask 1 or 2 questions and let it sit. If they're more comfortable talking to an attorney than to you, that's okay. The important thing is that the conversation happens. And once they have a plan, have them document where everything is. It doesn't have to be fancy. A simple list in a safe place is better than nothing. Now, here's what I want you to do this week. Call your parents and ask them one simple question. Do you have an estate plan and documents in place? That's it. Just one question. See where it leads. Then if they don't have one, or if they have one that's outdated, consider whether they might benefit from both estate planning and elder law planning to protect them from long-term care costs. So if you would like to discover more or to schedule a consultation to discuss your own or your parents' planning, visit us at roulettelaw.com. If you would like to discover more about how to protect your home and life savings from long-term care and nursing home costs, download your copy of my guide, Save Our Home, How to Protect Your Home and Savings from Long-Term Care and Nursing Home Costs. And you can download a copy by clicking the link in the description below. And join us in my upcoming exclusive masterclass, where I'll be revealing strategies I use with my private clients to help them avoid probate, save on taxes, protect the money they leave in case their kids get divorced, and much more. And again, you can sign up by clicking the link in the description below. Your parents deserve protection. Your family deserves peace of mind. Let's make that happen. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this video helpful, and I look forward to seeing you in an upcoming video on the masterclass. Be well.